everyone. Welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today I've got my son Ian with me, and we are going to talk a little bit about a Pease product that has been around for about 20 years now. It was introduced in 2001, went away for a while, and then was reintroduced back in the 2017, something like that. And this is Stonehenge Flake. Stonehenge Flake was a collaboration with the Gawith House in England, and Greg Pease and John Gawith got together and created this particular Virginia Perique blend. So we're going to talk a little bit about that one today. Now, to give you a heads up, I actually bought this back in April of this year, and then I jarred it, did the oven trick with it where you put it in the oven for an hour at 200 degrees. You do that and then let it sit there and cool down, and then do it again the next day, let it sit there and cool down, and then do it a third day, let it sit there and cool down. And then on top of that, I also did the all summer vehicle trick where you keep it in your car, and in Texas, inside your car can get fairly hot during the summer. So where it just gets really hot and then cools off in the evening, gets really hot. And I did that like for 3 months. So this has some kind of artificial aging that has been done to it. How much it changes the actual taste of it, we'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll see what my thoughts are about that. But this is the first time you've tried this,
yeah.
Right? So you don't know what it tasted like originally. So you're getting this one. Okay, so this is made by Gawith and Hogarth, and it's a Virginia Perique. It's got Burley, Periques, and Virginias in it. And it's also slightly topped with a little bit of cocoa as well. Comes in a flake form. It comes in 2-ounce tins. You can get it just about anywhere that sells Pease products. The strength on this one is medium. The flavoring is mild. And the taste on this is medium as well. So let's go ahead and start talking about our thoughts on this one. Now, I picked this one for you in particular because I knew that you were an aromatic guy, which brings in that little bit of cocoa.
Yeah.
But also wanting to kind of expand out to some other things. So this is going to be a very straightforward Virginia as well. So I'd like to hear what you think about this one. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Let's talk about the tin note first.
The tin note is where I got the majority of the cocoa, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you smell it, it's got that little hint right at the back end and on the back burner. But majority other than that, I get a lot of the Virginia. A lot of it.
A lot of grassiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get some cocoa, and I get a little bit of dark fruit in there from the Perique, but a lot of grassiness. A little bit of earth and a little bit of nuttiness as well.
I don't know if it's because I usually, is it retro inhale through the nose? Is that right?
Yeah, retrohale.
Yeah, retrohale. I don't know if it's because of that, but I felt like when I first smelled it, I smelled more of the vinegary, a little bit of it.
Huh.
But now I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's because of the retrohale or not.
Well, supposedly this also has a little bit of that Lakeland essence in it too, but I don't get a whole lot of that. And to be honest with you, the toppings on this are quite tame.
Yeah.
It's not very heavy at all. Interesting. I like the cocoa and that grassiness together. That's really, really good. All right. You get anything else out of this one?
Not really. It's pretty straightforward, honestly.
Yeah, to me it smells very much like a typical Gawith and Hogarth, or Sam Gawith, Virginia. It smells like those quite a bit. Okay, well, let's talk about the taste a little bit. What are you getting out of the taste?
What I'm not getting out of the taste, honestly, is the chocolate, which I kind of like. I always feel like it's hit or miss with the chocolate ones, but I mean, being able to smell it, but not getting much of the flavor, it's straight. It's kind of hot for me, but the straight Virginia more than anything. I get a little bit of the Perique.
Yeah, a little spiciness from the Perique is there. Yeah. Yeah, and some really deep raisin notes as well from the Perique. But to me, that's not what is predominant. I get all the Virginias. And it's a bright Virginia kind of taste. It's not
It's not heavy.
Yeah, it's not a darken or a red Virginia. It's kind of bright. There's some flue-cured Virginias in here. There's also some sun-cured Virginias in here from Brazil, Zimbabwe, Malawi. They're getting some really quality Virginias from Africa. I get a little bit of that stewed, ripe, dark fruit taste in there. I do get a little citrus. Do you get a little citrus from this?
I haven't yet, but my cadence is really not good for these tobaccos that aren't really wet, you know?
Yeah.
My cadence isn't good for these.
I get a lot of the grassiness, but I want you to take a nice slow puff and see if you get a taste of like dark tea. Tea, like an English breakfast tea.
When you sip it in on the tongue, it
Yeah.
does get that warm tea feeling.
So it does have a little bit of that tea taste in it too. That's really that's interesting to me.
Now that you mention it, every time I'm sipping it, yeah, it is that tea taste.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and also there's a floral taste in there as well. But the Virginias are very, very prominent. The Burleys, not so much.
I was expecting more, honestly, because I usually anything that has burley in it, I usually feel like I can get that pretty easily.
Yeah.
With this one, I don't get much of it. It's mainly the Perique is still there because of the tongue bite for me and everything, but that's also probably the heat. A little bit.
Yeah. The Burleys are not. They're very light in this blend. Slight, like we said, there's a slight nuttiness to the taste. A little bit of earthiness may also come from the Burleys as well, but it's just to me mostly a Virginia. And you're right, the cocoa taste not really strong. If it's there, it's really hidden. The Virginias are the ones that really shine in this, along with that Lakeland essence. I think a lot of people make a big deal out of that Lakeland essence, and in some blends, I get it. We did a blend while back. Did you do Innerdale with us? Mm-hmm. And that, yes, has got lots of Lakeland essence in it. This, I don't get any of the Lakeland essence at all. I do feel like as you smoke it down a little bit, it does tend to mellow out.
Oh yeah.
Kind of round itself out a little bit. It gets better, I think.
At the top of the bowl, I was honestly having trouble, and then I started slowing
it's
it
kind
down.
Of stingy and bright, yeah.
And then I started slowing it down, got about halfway through, and now it's really coming out.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. For Virginia, I don't smoke Virginias that much, but for Virginia, this one's pretty good. And the cool thing about it is that if you want to get that Gawith kind of smoke without having to search for Gawith products, because you know how hard they are to come by. They're once they drop, they're gone in 20 minutes. Everybody picks them up. This, to me, is a very, very close representation of what Gawith tobaccos are like. So go to GL Pease's column when you're on smoking pipes or tobacco pipes or pipes and cigar or whatever you use to purchase your tobaccos, And look at the GLP Stonehenge. This is a Gawith tasting tobacco. It really is. Now, okay, well, what do you think about the room note?
Honestly, I thought it would be more prominent. I thought it would be a little bit heavier.
You know, your sense of tobaccos are starting to mature. You really are coming along with that because you're picking up on all the things that I'm picking up on as well. Not to say I'm the expert, but I've been doing this for 39 years, you know, so I'm really pleased that you're starting to, notice all the nuances and everything about that.
Yeah.
That's really good. You're right. It's not a heavy room note at all. It's there, but it's not real heavy, and I think it's, pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Some would probably say tolerable, but pleasant for me. Pleasant.
It's the bright, like how the first, or how you were saying earlier, the bright Virginias. It's just a bright grassy smell, kind of like in your field a little bit, but it's not offensive.
Yeah, and like we said, it gets better. It
Much
tones
better.
down. Yeah, you get through the first 1/8 of the bowl. After you start getting down to that point, it gets a lot better. All right. Well, what do you think about the moisture level? You had a chance to load it up, and what did you think?
It wasn't tender, but it wasn't wet really at all. I feel like, and might have been due to some of the artificial aging.
Yeah.
But I feel like it wasn't really that moist. It was nice.
I think right now it's perfect. I think right now, after we did all of that,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty nice. It's just slightly moist enough for the flakes to break up when you rub them out, but dry enough to go ahead and stuff it and smoke it right then. Now, when we first got it, I think it was a little more moist than what it is now. So if you're just opening a can and smoking it right then, you might have to let it dry out for a little bit before you smoke it. But right now it is really, really good. What do you think about the nicotine on this one?
Medium's about right, moderate to medium. But then again, I have not had a full meal today, so it doesn't help.
Mm-hmm.
But medium is about right. I feel like if you're going through it, you're gonna get burned. But if you're nice and enjoying it, it's not too bad. It's enough to relax on, but I wouldn't do it in the middle of the day.
Yeah, right now, what are we, about a fourth through the bowl? And right now I'm thinking it's a moderate, but maybe early in the morning I might feel a little differently. I've had a couple of bowls today already, and so I've kind of, had some nicotine already, so it's not necessarily kicking me in the tail. All right, well, like I said, this is a collaboration with John Gawith, and it first came out in 2001. When it first came out, it was a limited release. It only had 1,500 tins released. But then in 2017, they brought it back with the exact same formula. The Virginia's, actually the flake is steamed, hot pressed, and then matured. This ages. We talk about aging. It's much brighter coming straight out of the tin than it is right now. There is a slight advantage, I guess, to waiting and letting it age a little bit. And like I said, I artificially aged it. It did change the flavor profile a little bit. This is one that I think if you can buy extras and let it sit for 5 to 7 years, you're really going to notice a change in this one. Those Virginias will start to ferment and really bring out some of the sugars in it. It's not harsh. It doesn't bite. It burns pretty slow. Mm-hmm. It burns pretty cool. Has a consistent flavor, although towards the middle it begins to mellow and round out a little bit. There's a slight creaminess to this as well, a little bit.
I was thinking earlier, honestly, as I was sipping it a little bit, I might have been able to get a little bit of the chocolate, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's right once I felt like I got it, it was back to the Virginia. So, but it's nice. It was a nice little reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, little footnote.
It leaves a little bit of moisture in the bowl. I'm having to do a few relights. Have you had to do relights?
At the top, but I'm actually keeping it going right now.
There's a really nice aftertaste that lingers. To me, this is not an all-day smoke.
No.
And I was looking online of all the reviews that people have posted about this, and it's kind of a love-hate relationship with this. Either folks really like it or they really don't like it. You know, I don't know. I think it's nice. If you like Sam Gawith or Gawith and Hogarth products, this is right there with them. It's very reminiscent of those types of tobaccos. All right, so we said it comes in 2-ounce tins. I got ours at smokingpipes.com. It's $12.11 per tin. About normal.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, and that comes to about $6.06 per ounce. So that's about normal, like I said, for prices. All right, well, here comes the moment of truth. What do you think about this?
As I was starting it, I was having trouble figuring out what I was going to do because it was hot at the beginning. But the more I got into it, it was really good. I'm gonna go 3.5 on this one.
Okay.
It's not an all day smoke like you said, but it's enjoyable. It's a good one to come home to.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. It's a good 3.5 for me.
Okay. I'm actually going to agree with you on this one. I think it's a very good Virginia. I like Gawith products with their Virginias. I think there's a special treatment that they do with their Virginias that makes it unique to others, and I like it. It's about a 3.5 for me too.
All right.
All right. So for GL Peace's Stonehenge Flake, we are giving it a 3.5.
Let's see if I can balance these on there. Oh, there we go.
Thank you guys for everything that you do. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your suggestions. Keep them coming. Hopefully you'll go out and have a great week. It's the holiday season. Hopefully your guys are taking care of all your Christmas presents for your loved ones and your friends. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself as well. Don't forget.
Make all your piping moments count.
We'll see you next time. Have a great week and enjoy. Keep on smoking. Bye-bye.